The doctor will see you now.
Dr. Lou.
Good morning, Ricardo Lewis and Bill Clinton Bussy. Well, guys, it's finally upon us, the greatest week of the year, and there's no doubt I'm going to spend some time around the fire after some turkey and dressing this week. But nothing fires my coals more than rivalry week.
Oh, you love it, don't you, Doc?
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, Coach.
Guys, we got Ohio State, Michigan, USC, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Arizona State, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Texas Tech, Oregon State, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Clemson, South Carolina. It really doesn't matter where you are from sea to shining sea. We got a lot at stake this week.
Oh, man, you sound like you're stoked.
Guys, I really am. I'm stoked like a fire. But guys, there's one rivalry out there that's bigger than the rest, and you guys know exactly which one I'm talking about, and I can't wait for the big Turkey Day Classic.
Egg Bowl?
That's right. The Charlie Weiss versus the Elastic Man in his khakis bowl.
Good gracious.
Oh, coaches in the golden ticket suit.
Just for you.
Guys, it really has been a wild few weeks since we've really talked about football, and I got to get you caught up in what's been going on.
There's been a lot going on.
First off, we got the Florida Gators who lost at home last week to Georgia Southern Eagles, and unbelievably, they 26-20 at home. The Eagles actually put up 429 rushing yards and 0 passing yards. Can you believe that, guys?
Triple option, baby.
It's absolutely crazy, and I think everyone agrees that this could be the potential nail in Will Muschamp's career coffee. Yeah, absolutely, his coaching coffee. Now I hate to say it's completely over for Muschamp, but I did see Sherry Burgess out there after the game petting him on the head and calling him Darla. Oh, it's gonna be okay.
Coach. How about Darla the deer was delicious too? We've already been them a lot of that. Rick.
Now, guys, Florida's loss.
You named it and you're eating it.
Florida's loss wasn't the only upset since we last met. The BCS race is now wide open after Stanford fell to USC. We had Baylor fall to Oklahoma State. We had Oregon lose another one this past weekend to Arizona. Talk about three powerhouses who have quickly gone from heroes to zeros.
Yeah, man.
Who do they think they are? The sports czars?
Hey! That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, can somebody put us back on air? Because all we're doing is falling over the edge of a building for a cause.
Hey!
Oh, goodness. Somebody give us a contract.
Thanks for bringing that up. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Speaking of radio, you guys know I tune in. I listen to you, Bill, and you, Richard.
Thank you.
Every day. Just listening. I love you guys. I heard you guys talking about that 400-pound high school running back, Tony Picard.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is unbelievable.
Yes, he is.
And I actually went and talked to some football scouts about this kid, and they told me that while they think that Picard is pretty impressive on a high school football field, they do not think that he has much of a future in football.
Why not?
Yeah, they actually said they advised him to find an obese friend and look into broadcast radio instead.
He's on fire today. Nobody's saying.
Coach,
Stay in the room.
I heard a rumor that he was leaning toward Kansas State.
Kansas.
Kansas, one of them.
Bill Snyder.
I fumbled it.
On the ground.
Bubba,
Two accents.
Nobody has stumbled over a joke like that since Coach Lou last week. Guys, it's time to get down to some serious business now. We got number 1 Alabama, number 4 Auburn. National implications for both teams. This game is setting up to be an Iron Bowl for the ages. And I don't know if y'all heard about this, but to accommodate the hype, the city of Auburn allowed fans to begin setting up tailgate spots as early as this past Saturday.
I heard about that.
Hear about this? With hundreds of RVs lining the hayfields of the plains. To help with the increased traffic flow in the RV fields, city officials have reached out for volunteers.
Really?
To help with this traffic flow in the fields. And although interest has been limited, they have received hundreds of calls from a man named Al from Dadeville to help clear the land. Flashback to 2011.
Yeah.
Guys, it's the last week. Can you tell? We're struggling. We're scraping the bottom of that barrel for some college football jokes.
Well, it's rivalry week, though, Lou.
Yeah, hashtag.
Who's playing?
Hashtag RTR.
Who's playing?
And
On that list again.
Guys, how about that Crimson Tide? It seemed so long ago when we were sitting here laughing at their offensive line and in the opener versus Virginia Tech, just saying how bad they were and how they didn't look like the team from last year. But they clearly have gelled as a unit, and I was wondering what brought this turnaround to the Alabama offensive line. And so I did some investigating, and it appears that they received some special coaching advice from, of all places, the Tallahassee Police Department. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I
Wait
mean,
a minute.
Where else would you turn to learn how best to protect the quarterback?
I'm gonna call that one joke of the year.
It's in the running.
Look, that's probably your best work today. Maybe, yeah. Good.
Say it again.
Say it again. And give me the list.
I
Who's playing?
will stumble over that one. Speaking of the Tide offense, how about their showing against Les Miles and the LSU Tigers a couple weeks ago? It was no doubt a shining moment for quarterback A.J. McCarron in the second half. And Nick Saban made no efforts to hide his emotions after the game, running onto the field and lifting his quarterback up in an embrace. You guys saw this.
Yeah.
You just don't see that much.
And many people mocked Coach Saban for this uncharacteristic show of emotion. But apparently, this is becoming a new trend for
Really?
Nick Saban.
I didn't know about this.
Sources close to Saban say that he responded the same way when he found out the sellers accepted their counteroffer for a house in Texas.
Get that started.
Recycle the jokes.
my
Recycle the jokes.
Oh, my goodness.
And how about the Auburn Tigers on the other side of this huge showdown this week? It's gonna be a great game, guys. The Auburn Tigers have made a huge turnaround this year and went from 3-9 in 2012 now to 10-1 in 2013. A lot of credit goes to head coach Gus Malzahn. After firing Gene Chizik at the end of last season, Auburn athletic director Jay Jacobs interviewed several candidates, but few people know that Gus was actually the second choice.
No, are you serious? I didn't know that.
Gus was actually the second choice. Jacobs made it clear that he wanted someone who would bring speed to the table, would run right over any obstacle in his way, and really smoke his opponents. So it should come as no surprise that his first choice was Toronto Mayor Rob Ford. Boom, get out of my way. I don't care if you're a girl or not.
He's on fire today.
Picture that.
He's on fire today.
Picture him. No silence.
His jersey.
Guys, speaking of turnarounds, how about the career of Auburn quarterback Nick Marshall?
Automatic.
After being After being dismissed from Georgia, he's now making quite a name for himself down on the plains. Now, guys, I got a trivia question for you.
Uh-oh.
What do Nick Marshall and healthcare.gov have in common?
Here we go.
America can't understand either one of them, and both rely on miracles for completion.
Another one in the top two.
Good night, everybody.
He's on fire today.
Hail Mary!
Hard to understand.
Oh, that's true.
That's really good.
Now, guys,
Wrong, but good.
with all this hype building around the Iron Ball, I don't want to be a spoiler, but I had a dream last night that no doubt
boy.
revealed it's the only one I've had the whole year. And I know Bubba's excited about that. But anyway,
I've missed the dream.
Guys, yeah, that's right. And I'd like to share this dream with you.
Uh-oh.
Guys, so don't be mad at me. I'm just relaying what I saw in the dream.
Oh, no.
There I was, guys, in the middle of the zoo. But I was confused because there were no animals anywhere in the zoo, and all the cages were open. Then I began hearing a pounding on the ground. The The sounds grew louder, and then he appeared, a giant elephant with a tiny leprechaun named Nick on his back.
Oh, here we go.
cool.
It's always the leprechaun. I wish I knew your email address where I could give it.
Then off in the distance in the blue sky, a majestic eagle appeared, soaring through the air, with another leprechaun riding on its wings. This leprechaun's name was Gus, and he wore glasses and a sweater vest. And he kept shouting, "Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up."
Faster.
Then the unexpected happened. The eagle swooped down and grabbed tiny Nicholas off of the elephant's back. But as the eagle soared away with Nick in his beak, the elephant slapped down the eagle with its trunk, knocking both of the leprechauns on the ground, leaving Tiny Nick and Glasses Gus facing one another.
Oh, wow.
It's a dramatic dream.
It is very dramatic.
In detail.
In the zoo, too.
Yeah,
Gus-
don't forget
How long
that.
did you sleep?
Gus looked at Nick and said, "It's time for you to get on my bus, Nick."
What? The Gus bus.
Then Nick looked at Gus and said, "You're going to wish you had Cam come Saturday."
Oh, wow.
Then out of nowhere, a giant orange bus came flying by and squished Nick the leprechaun.
Uh-oh.
Gus smiled with an evil smile and calmly stepped up into the orange bus. And with a smirk on his face, Gus looked back at the greasy spot where Nick the leprechaun once stood and said, Next stop on the Gus bus, Atlanta, Georgia."
Oh, my God.
So what did you
gracious.
take
So
from
there's
that?
your prediction.
Is that
What
when
did
you woke up?
What did you take from that?
That's when I woke up.
Where's the elephant during all this?
That
where'd
means-
he go?
That means I butchered the last line of a great dream.
All right, we'll come back. We're visiting with Dr. Lou. Dr. Lou, outstanding job. Rivalry weekend. Now, you've already made pretty clear who you're picking in the one of the rivalry games, which has national championship implications. Auburn versus Alabama, 1 versus 4. You pick Auburn.
Guys, the Gus bus just told me that they were stepping in Atlanta. So that's where I have to go. Guys, I got to give a shout out real quick. I don't like doing this, but I do got to give a shout out to Officer Alan Ray out of Huntsville, Alabama, and Officer Kristen Taylor. And Alan Ray, I'm sorry about your Oregon Ducks. It's really tough to watch what's been going on there. But guys, I also want to give a shout out to Rick and Bubba, because I'm so thankful to be a part of this this show and just all that's been doing, just have that impact all across the country, just all kinds of affiliates.
Right. Well said.
And let me tell you, you guys are top notch guys, and I'm gonna think about you on Turkey Day twice because I love you guys so much.
Wow. Not once,
And I'll
but
think
twice.
about the sports stars once, maybe twice as well. So-
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
So kind.
But
so
guys, it's
Over the
time.
edge.
Guys, it's time to get into commentary time, and then let's talk about some of the big games coming up. this week.
Right.
We got Texas. We got Texas Tech and Texas playing this Thursday. See, I like to think about how I'm gonna be sitting on the couch with Skip, and I will probably turn on the television. We'll just flip around, start doing some things, and then we'll end up watching some Texas Tech and Texas on Thursday night, and possibly some Egg Bowl. Watch Speedy take on the Ole Miss Rebels. And guys, I'm predicting that right now those two games, I'm going with Texas Tech to beat Texas at home, and they will end up making Nick Saban the next coach at Texas, and then Ole Miss, Ole Miss will beat Speedy and the Cowbells.
Oh, my gosh, Speedy.
It will be 37-10. 37
Speedy.
to 10.
Are you okay with that? You
No,
and your family
7 to 10.
tailgating? Big handle for you?
No, I can't wait.
Speedy
Right,
can't.
right.
He can't handle it, but he knows it's the truth.
No.
Hey,
In
can
the
you
words of Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth,
Yeah.
Speedy.
wow, right in your face
Dr.
with
Lou.
that.
Fine. I'm just gonna let him just keep it up. You talking?
All right. So, what else we got this weekend?
Guys, what do you guys think about Florida State and Florida?
Well, I think
I'm picking Florida.
look, Florida State is. I mean, they got some off the field problems, but on the field they don't seem to have any. And Florida's got them on the field and off the field. Florida's quit. It's over.
Guys, Danny Werfel will come to play this weekend. And there's no doubt that the Florida Gators will upset Charlie Ward and the Florida State Seminoles at home.
Well said.
You may be right.
Well said.
Good picking, Lou.
Right.
Attaboy.
Guys, then we
Gives that
got
validity to that Ole Miss pick.
number 3, Ohio State versus Michigan, and this is at the Big House.
Big house.
And
Be an upset.
I just think Terrell Pryor's gonna have trouble. Terrell Pryor is gonna have trouble against Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson, if you look at the Heisman race right now,
Right.
There's unless AJ McCarron has a big game this weekend, Charles Woodson's a shoo-in for this Heisman.
Well, you're probably right.
I was a little
Okay.
confused, but yeah.
Guys, what do you guys think about the Ohio State-Michigan game?
I think Ohio State wins it. I don't think Michigan is not. They just
What's Michigan's record right now?
they've lost.
I
7
think
7-4.
7-4, 6-5.
They're 7-4.
7
You
and
know, with
4.
these rivalry games, you have to throw the record out.
Oh boy.
You love me.
Couldn't even get through it.
You couldn't even say that.
I know it. I know. It's
How
hard to
about
say.
sometimes the records do tell you something? There's no need to throw them out. And this time, Ohio State's going to beat Michigan.
They should. The one that really looks interesting is Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, now that's a different game there.
Yep.
Because Michigan State's lost one. Their defense is great. Their offense is playing better. Now you may have something there.
Guys, then we've got my South Carolina Gamecocks. They're going to be hosting the Clemson Tigers. And guys, I don't know if anybody can handle Savell Newton. Savell Newton has been bringing it for the South Carolina Gamecocks for years and years. And I think he'll end up probably handing the ball off to Lattimore a little bit, and it'll be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I'm predicting the Gamecocks come out on top, 39-38.
Wow. It's a close game.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a close game. What do you guys think? How about you, Bill Bubba Bussy?
Where are they playing at Clemson? Did you say?
It's gonna be at South Carolina.
Oh, at South Carolina. Ooh, boy, that'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough one. I just think Clemson still has too much offense. I do. I think Connor Shaw and them have done a great job in the comeback, and it won't be easy, but I think the explosiveness of Clemson at home. Late, they're going to have somebody get loose and pull it out.
You know, that is a tough game. Clemson is beatable. I mean, they didn't just lose to Florida State. They got run out of the stadium.
Right.
And South Carolina still got something to play for. They can find their way. Of course,
who were their losses, South Carolina?
They lost to
that'd be Tennessee.
They lost to Tennessee and Georgia.
Yeah, it's according to which team's going to play. Yeah. I mean, sometimes they look real good there, but I think Clemson's got too much. But I'm like you. I would not. I mean, that's not going to be an easy.
They don't call it Death Valley for nothing.
And South Carolina is capable of beating anybody any day.
You know, I didn't put this on here, but I think doesn't Missouri and Texas A&M play?
Yeah.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah.
That's a
big
huge.
good one.
That's a big one.
That's a huge game.
I'll be tuned into that one.
That's a big one, Lou.
If Texas A&M wins that game, I'll tell you right now, South Carolina will be the biggest Texas A&M fans this weekend, because if Texas A&M beats Missouri, South Carolina gets in. So, and then guys, we got Alabama and Auburn. We got number 1 versus number 4. And guys, I'm gonna have to say, it's gonna be Auburn 32-30.
32-30.
Wow.
Yeah, it must be a drink.
Guys, Auburn's gonna dominate them just like my University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish last year in the national championship.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.